In this video, we are going to study sustained intonation.
Sustained intonation, it is also often called with intonation, is the pattern of the pronunciation of a phrase or a clause in which a stressed syllable is pronounced with a long flat stress. So the stress here does not go up and does not go down either. So it's flat. It's flat. And it's long, and compared to the common stress syllable, the stress is long. The sustained intonation is also often called with intonation, and it's usually used for an initial subclause. So if you have a subclause which comes at the beginning of a sentence, then the clause ends with a sustained intonation or with a sustained clause terminal. And then we have a list. If we have a list, then we have the items are pronounced with the sustained intonation for the initial items, but not for the last, because the last is usually just pronounced as a stressed syllable. And then we have an initial adjunct. An adjunct or any part of a sentence which puts at the beginning of a sentence or before the subject usually has a sustained intonation. We have initial subclause. Here an example is when I came home. So when I came home here, when I came home, the clause when I came home is a subclause and it occurs at the beginning of a sentence. When I came home, they were all sleeping. When I came home, they were all sleeping. Here we have two clauses. The first is the clause, it's at the beginning, and it only has one stressed syllable, came. And the second clause, the main clause, also only has one stressed syllable, sleeping, and it goes down. So it's pronounced, or we pronounce it as, when I came home, they were all sleeping. They were all sleeping. So the stressed syllables in the main clause only on sleeping. They were all sleeping. Here the intonation starts at the M speech, medium speech, and then it goes up at the word came. I came home. When I came home. When I came home. And then it goes up to high pitch at came, which is pronounced with a sustained clause terminal. Came, so that's flat and long. Then it goes down at the syllable of sleep. They were all sleeping. They were all not stressed. They were all sleeping. And then we have a list of items. I bought donut, peanut, and coffee. I bought donut, so donut, peanut, and coffee. That's the first donut, peanut, and coffee. Remember that we have a list. We have three items. If we only have two items, there are less. So if we only have two items, for example, I bought donut and coffee. I bought donut and coffee. Donut is stressed, but it's just a stress syllable. It's not sustained. But here, donut is and peanut are stressed, and they have sustained clause terminal. I bought donut, peanut, and coffee. Here, the intonation starts at the medium pitch, I bought, and then it goes up at do, I bought donut, I bought dough, which has a sustained clause terminal here. And then we also have P is also has a sustained clause terminal. And then cough here goes down again, or it goes down. I bought donut, coffee, I bought donut, peanut, and coffee. Coffee. So V here in the low pitch. Then we have initial adjunct. An initial adjunct is an adjunct which occurs before the subject. So in fact, it can be just an adjunct, or it can also be a disjunct, a comment, whatever element which comes before the subject, because it's emphasized. It also gets a stress. Usually it only has one stress syllable. But if it's a long adjunct, then probably you have more, just as any other subclause. Here we have during the meeting. during the meeting. So meeting here has a sustained clause terminal. During the meeting, she only kept silent. She only kept silent. During the meeting, she only kept silent. Kept silent. Here, the intonation starts at the medium pitch during the it's flat and medium, and goes up at meeting. During the meeting, she only kept silent. She only kept silent. Sigh here is goes down, and then here is already in the low pitch. Then it goes up at meet. Yes, you have meet, which is pronounced with a sustained clause terminal, and then it goes down at the syllable sigh. During the meeting, she only kept silent. Now let's have a practice. I'll pronounce the sentences, and you can repeat after me during the pause which I provide. If you're tired, you'd better take a rest. If you're tired, you better take a rest. In the morning, I usually have a cup of tea. John, Mary, and I will see the movie tonight. As a young lecturer, I need to learn a lot from you. I'll mop the floor, do the laundry, and make lunch. I'll mop the floor, do the laundry, and make lunch. Frankly speaking, I don't know much about her. Only when you have got a job can you marry. Only when you have got a job can you marry. To get a good job, I need to learn Japanese well. Nancy writes songs, poems, and short stories. When the music started, they danced happily. No bicycle, motorcycle, or car is allowed in this area. After a cat nap, I feel fresh and ready to work again. If you ask, they will certainly be happy to help you. Should you have a question, don't hesitate to ask me. If I were you, I would accept the job. In conclusion, the music show needs to be cancelled. Well, that's all. Thank you very much. I hope this practice will help you improve your pronunciation on wave or sustain intonation. Good luck.